Can you make a decent profit with a one-bedroom at Emerald of Katong? So let's take a look at the layout first, right? There's only one type of one-bedroom here at Emerald of Katong. There's only that one plus study that sits at about 484 square feet. With 484 square feet plus the harmonization effect, it will feel 5% more. So that's around 500 to 510 square feet of space. What you see here is a typical one-bedroom layout, but they have put the study over on this corner over here, right? So honestly, I don't see this as too bad a layout because you can easily fit a dressing table here, like a dressing corner, which you can't find in the market today. So if you look at Tembusu Grand, they have a study tuck at the corner with an aircon, but it may not be so much of a space to put your dresser. So in this case, you can put a dressing corner. At the same time, your aircon ledge, which is a half height window, can allow you to have the light to come through over here. That doesn't compromise that much of the space. So generally, if you want to live in the East Coast and you want something of a lower quantum, for Emerald of Katong, you should, based on the PSF that we are looking at, you should be able to get a unit at about below 1.3 million, right? So based on the purchase of 1.3 million, assuming you're buying this for investment, right now the rental rate that you should be able to get in today's market, we're looking at about 3,500 per month. So that puts your rental yield at about 3.3%, which is very decent in market, especially for East Coast where the rental yields are a bit lower, but capital appreciation is quite high, right? So assuming you have a CPF contribution of 1,150 a month, right, your mortgage will be about 2,002 in terms of the cash outlay that you need to pay, right? But with the rental rate of 3,500, including your maintenance, you will see a positive cash flow for about 1,000 a month. So that's not too bad, right? But if you want to buffer in a case where the market is not so good in terms of rental, I have put in a $3,000. So that's $500 lesser every single month. At $3,000 with the rental yield at 2.8%, you still see some positive cash flow at $523 a month, right? So that's pretty decent for if you're just looking at purely investment. So most importantly, the other question is on capital appreciation, right? So I've mentioned that in the East Coast area, you are looking at buying into the East Coast for capital appreciation more than rental yield because rental yields are not as strong as places like District 9 or District 10, right? So you want to look at what the one-bedroom units have performed in terms of capital gains over the past few years in a short span of like 4 to 5 years. If you look at the examples of Amber Park, Nayon and Amber Park Esta, so Amber Park has gained about 13.1% in capital gains. Nayon and Amber, knowing that it's a smaller development, it's pretty much a boutique development, the capital gains would be lower. And then Park Esta, another mega development, the one bedrooms there have performed about 15.9%. Right, so if you just average that out, you are looking at about 6% per annum, which is very decent for the amount of investment that you're putting it in. In terms of both investment and own stay, this layout might be something that people might look out for because it's just rare in the market. The second thing is there are decent capital gains for one-bedroom units, the newer one-bedroom units in the East Coast. And then the third thing is even with a $3,000 a month rental yield of 2.8%, you still can see some positive cash flow, right? So if you ask me for the 1 plus study, as long as the quantum is good, is reasonable, and you're not paying additional premium for a particular facing or particular floor, then I think it's still safe to enter. So based on this layout, let me know in the comment section if this layout will be something that you're looking at.